The clock struck midnight, and the city of Los Angeles was asleep, but not everyone was asleep. In a small apartment on the outskirts of town, a young woman named Sophia was wide awake. She had been tossing and turning all night, unable to sleep. Sophia was a writer, and she was struggling with writer's block. She had been working on a new story for months, but she couldn't seem to get it right. She had tried everything she could think of, but nothing seemed to work. Finally, Sophia decided to give up on the story and go for a walk. She put on her coat and shoes and stepped outside. The night air was cool and refreshing, and Sophia felt her spirits start to lift. She walked for a while, enjoying the peace and quiet of the night. As she walked, she thought about her story. She realized that she had been trying too hard to force it. She needed to relax and let the story come to her naturally. Sophia continued to walk, and eventually she found herself in a park. She sat down on a bench and closed her eyes. She took a few deep breaths and let her mind wander. After a while, Sophia started to see images in her mind. She saw the characters in her story, and she saw the places they were going. She saw the plot unfolding, and she knew exactly what she had to do. Sophia opened her eyes and smiled. She had finally found her way out of writer's block. She couldn't wait to get home and start writing again. Sophia walked back to her apartment, and she sat down at her computer. She started typing, and the words flowed out of her. She wrote for hours, and by the time she was finished, she had a new story. The next day, Sophia submitted her story to a literary magazine. A few weeks later, she got a call from the magazine. They told her that they loved her story, and they wanted to publish it. Sophia was so excited. Her story was going to be published. She couldn't wait to see it in print. The story was published a few months later, and it was a huge success. Sophia was interviewed by several magazines, and she even gave a few talks about her writing. Sophia's story was a turning point in her career. It helped her to get her first book published, and it launched her into a successful writing career.